Hydraulic machines. Basics of hydro power plant: Pelton turbine, Francis turbine, Kaplan turbine, centrifugal pumps, reciprocating pump, miscellaneous hydraulic devices. Reference book Hydraulic Machines, K. Subramania. Basics of hydraulic power plant: hydro power plant layouts. Type 1 concentrated fall hydro power plant. Headless is still here. This is tunnel or penstock. Here powerhouse will be there. Generator, turbine. This is draft tube, tail race. Uh, Headrace, it is main reservoir which stores water for use of turbine. Tailrace, it is the low level reservoir which collects water from the turbine. Turbine, it is mechanical device which converts hydraulic energy into mechanical energy. Generator, it is an electrical device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Turbine, hydraulic power to shaft power. Generator, shaft power to electric power. In concentrated fall hydraulic hydropower plant, the turbine is placed at base of main reservoir. As the available head is dropped in short distance, it is called concentrated fall hydropower plant. Divided fall hydropower plant: headrace, tunnel or penstock or canal. Here surge tank, high pressure penstock, powerhouse. Here tile race. 4 bay. In divided fall hydropower plant, distance between headrace and powerhouse is very large. The powerhouse is placed inside nearby valley, which can be several kilometers away from main reservoir. This increases head available on the turbine. Water is carried from main reservoir to powerhouse by a system of penstock tunnels and canal. If canal is used to carry water near to valley, then temporary storage should be provided near to the valley. The temporary storage reservoir is called 4-bay. From 4-bay, water is carried to turbine by penstock. The surge tank are used to avoid water hammer effect in penstock or tunnel. The surge tank should be provided at the end of low pressure penstock or tunnel. Divided fall hydropower plant are typically very high capacity projects. Surge tank should be provided at end of low pressure penstock. Means here run-off river ROR hydropower plant. Run-off river hydro projects are low-capacity projects which have no storage or small storage reservoir. In capacity of storage reservoir is such that it can provide water for continuous operation of turbine up to 7 days. Then hydropower plant is classified as a run-off river project. In some cases, head available due to natural stiffness of rivers can be used without any storage reservoir. Run-off river projects are mostly seasonal, rainy. Then small storage reservoir, river flowing. Pen, this is penstock. Here powerhouse is there. Pumped storage hydro power plant. Head race by turbine, tail race. Here Francis turbine, reversible Francis turbine is used, which can also act as pump and use the water back. In pumped power storage power plant, reversible Francis turbine is used, which can act like turbine as well as pump. When water flows from headrace to tailrace, the device acts like turbine, producing work output. The same device, when it is rotated in opposite direction, acts like centrifugal pump and sends water from tailrace to headrace for future use. The net power the net power dp of pumped storage power plant is negative, because the energy consumed by the pump will always be higher than the energy produced by turbine. The pump storage power plant are used for load balancing. When the demand of electrical energy is high, the power plant produces energy. When the demand is low, the excess power available is used to pump the liquid from tailrace to headrace for future use. Terminology of hydropower plant. Load factor is equal to average load by maximum load. The electrical energy demand of power plant is called load on the plant. The load on plant changes throughout the day because consumption of electrical energy is not uniform. Load factor indicates variation of load on the plant. Capacity factor is equal to average load by plant capacity. Utilization factor is equal to maximum load by plant capacity. Average load less than maximum load less than average load less than equal to maximum load less than equal to plant capacity. Correct sequence of flow of direction of water in hydropower plant. Reservoir, penstock, surge tank, reservoir, penstock, surge tank, turbine. The purpose of surge tank is to avoid water hammer effect if it is placed after high pressure. After high pressure penstock, then height of surge tank will be very high, so it is placed before high pressure penstock, which means answer will be reservoir surge tank penstock turbine. Okay. Pelton turbine headdress water HG, like this is Pelton wheel, this is HG gross head, this is HF, is bucket. It will be like bucket moving with u, it will hit with velocity v. Bucket front view splitter. U is equal to r omega is equal to pi d n by 60, pi d n by 60. H is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g nozzle inlet. Gross head, it is the elevation difference between free surface of water in head races and tail race. Net head, the effective head available at inlet of turbine is called net head. In Pelton turbine, head at inlet of nozzle is considered as net head. At the inlet nozzle, energy is available in the form of pressure energy and kinetic energy. Sum of two energies is net head H. H is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g nozzle inlet. Hg is equal to H plus Hf. Hf is equal to FLV square by 2gd. Penstock is equal to friction loss in penstock. Hydraulic power HP. The net head is considered as input to the turbine. The power equivalent to net head is called hydraulic power. The efficiency of turbine is defined based on hydraulic power as input. Head m dot g power. HP is equal to m dot gh. HP is equal to rho g qh. Nozzle. The function of nozzle is to increase velocity at the expense of pressure. By applying Bernoulli equation across nozzle, we get P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z inlet is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z plus HFN. Z cancel. P is P atmosphere, gas will be cancel. HFM, friction head loss in nozzle. Capital H is equal, this inlet is capital H. Capital H is equal to V square by 2g plus HFN. V is equal to root of 2g into H, capital H minus HFN. V is equal to CV into root 2gh. V jet speed, U bucket speed, CV nozzle velocity quotient is 0.95 to 0.99. V theoretical is equal to root of 2gh. Spouting is equal to spouting speed. We use this only for Pelton turbine. Above formula shouldn't be used for Francis and Kaplan turbine because the head is not completely converted into kinetic energy in these turbines. Nozzle efficiency eta n is equal to Ke by Hp. Ke kinetic energy per unit time. Hp hydraulic power. Eta n is equal to half m dot V square by rho g qh is equal to Cv root 2gh whole square by 2g by h. Eta n is equal to Cv square. Jet ratio m is equal to capital A by small d. Capital A is equal to wheel diameter, small d is equal to jet diameter. Speed ratio K is equal to U by root 2gh is equal to U by V. Impact force exerted by jet on bucket. Case 1, impact on single fixed bucket. Change in momentum is the reason for force impact. For force impact V1, V1, V2. By Bernoulli's equation, P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 plus HFB. HFB friction head loss in bucket, K bucket friction factor. V1 square by 2g, P1 and P2 both are P atmosphere. V1 square by 2g is equal to V2 square by 2g plus HFB. V2 is equal to KV1. V2 is equal to Kv. V is equal to jet velocity. Force exerted by jet on bucket is equal to mass striking the bucket, mass striking on bucket per unit time into decrease in velocity in the direction of impact force is equal to rho a v into v minus of minus kv cos theta is equal to F is equal to rho a v square into 1 plus k cos theta. Impact on single moving bucket. If bucket is moving with velocity u, Bernoulli equation can't be applied on fixed frame of reference because work interaction is present. However, it can be applied in moving phase of reference. V is equal to jet velocity, A is equal to jet area, u small u is equal to bucket velocity. P1 by rho g plus VR1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus VR2 square by 2g plus Z2 plus HFB. VR1 square by 2g is equal to VR2 square by 2g plus HFB. VR2 is equal to K VR1, VR2 is equal to K into V minus U. The absolute velocity V2 of jet at exit is equal to the vector sum of relative velocity of jet with respect to bucket and bucket velocity. We can find change in velocity using Newton's inertial frame of reference by relative velocity. By taking velocity with respect to ground, take absolute velocity of jet. Force exerted by jet on bucket is equal to mass striking on bucket per unit time into decrease in velocity in the direction of impact force. F is equal to rho a v minus u into v minus u minus k into v minus u cos theta. F is equal to rho a into v minus u into v minus u plus k v minus u cos theta. F is equal to rho a into v minus u whole square into 1 plus k cos theta. Impact on multiple jet mounted on the wheel. In case of single moving bed, all mass of water coming out of nozzle will not strike the bucket because some mass is stored in between nozzle and bucket as shown in figure. If multiple buckets are mounted on the wheel, as one bucket moves immediately, next bucket takes its place. Hence, entire mass of water coming out of nozzle will strike on any one of the bucket. Hence, mass striking per unit time is rho AV. The velocities at the inlet and exit of bucket will be same as corresponding velocities in single moving buckets. The impact force in case of Pelton wheel is given by F is equal to rho a v into v minus of u minus k into v minus u cos theta is equal to rho a v into v minus u plus k into v minus u cos theta. F is equal to rho a v into v minus u into 1 plus k cos theta. Energy balance for Pelton wheel. Half rho v square, half mv square input is equal to F into U output plus half m dot v2 square exit k loss plus m dot g hb bucket friction loss. V2 vector sum of k into v minus u and u. V2 is equal to root of vx square plus vy square. Vx is equal to u minus k into v minus u cos theta. Vy is equal to k into v minus u sin theta. H of b is equal to vr1 square minus vr2 square by 2g. vr1 is equal to v minus u, vr2 is equal to k into v minus u. V2 is equal to u minus k into v minus u cos theta whole square plus k into v minus u into sin theta whole square. M dot is equal to rho av, k is equal to bucket friction coefficient, torque developed by a wheel T is equal to F into R, T is equal to rho a v into v minus u into 1 plus k cos theta into R. Various losses and efficiency in Pelton turbine, HP, hydraulic power, kinetic energy, runner power, shaft power. This is nozzle friction loss. This is bucket in between these two. No, bucket friction plus exit Ke loss. Mechanical loss, bearing friction plus windage loss due to atmospheric air resistance. In between these two, efficiency of nozzle. In between these two, efficiency of wheel. In between these two, mechanical efficiency, nozzle efficiency, wheel efficiency, mechanical efficiency, RP, power developed by Pelton wheel runner is called runner power or rotor power, RP. It is equal to work done by jet per unit time on the wheel. RP is equal to T into omega is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into R into omega. RP is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into U. Wheel efficiency is defined as eta W is equal to RP by K is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into U by half mv square. Eta W is equal to 2U into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta by V square. Mechanical efficiency eta m. Shaft power, a part of power developed by runner, is lost to overcome bearing friction and aerodynamic resistance to the wheel. Windage loss. The remaining power is transferred to generator. The power available at input shaft of generator is called shaft power. Runner power is equal to shaft power plus bearing frictional loss plus windage loss. Bearing frictional loss and windage loss combined mechanical losses. Mechanical efficiency is defined as eta m is equal to shaft power by runner power. The overall efficiency eta O is equal to shaft power by hydraulic power is equal to shaft power by Ke into Ke by Rp into Rp by Hp. Eta O is equal to eta n into eta W into eta m. Hydraulic efficiency eta H. Efficiency which considers hydraulic losses, total losses minus mechanical losses. If hydraulic losses are subtracted from Hp, runner power is obtained. Hydraulic efficiency is defined as eta H is equal to Rp by Hp is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into U by rho G Q H. Eta H is equal to V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta by GH. Eta H is equal to Rp by Hp is equal to Rp by K into Ke by Hp. Eta H is equal to eta n into eta W. Eta O is equal to eta H into eta M. These are questions based on Pelton wheel. Important condition for maximum wheel efficiency. Eta wheel is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into U by half m dot V square is equal to 2U into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta by U square by V square is equal to F of U. V is equal to CV root 2GH. In above equation, jet velocity can't be controlled because it depends upon net head, which depends upon gross head. The bucket friction can't be eliminated completely. For maximum efficiency, theta should be 0, but in practical, theta is kept around 15 degrees so that jet is deflected away from upcoming bucket. This also avoids interference of incoming jet. Therefore, wheel efficiency is function of bucket speed alone. For maximum wheel efficiency, d eta W by du is equal to 0 is 2 by V square into V minus 2U into 1 plus K cos theta is equal to 0. V is equal to 2U, U is equal to V by 2. Eta W is equal to 2 into V by 2 into V minus V by 2 into 1 plus K cos theta by V square. Eta W max is equal to 1 plus K cos theta by 2. 1 plus K cos theta by 2. Eta W variation with U, it is maximum at U is equal to V by 2, then decreases parabola. Torque T max at U is equal to 0 and so on. U is equal to V 0. Kind of like straight line. T is equal to F into R is equal to rho AV into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta into R. Rp is equal to T into W is equal to F into U. Runaway speed runaway speed nr. The maximum possible runner speed obtained under no load conditions is called runaway speed. Runaway speed is achieved when turbine is allowed to run freely and discharge to nozzle is maximum. Even though turbine is not operating at runaway speed, it should be designed to withstand stresses developed to run stresses developed at runaway. At theoretical runaway speed, bucket speed is equal to jet speed. U is equal to V is equal to V. Actual runaway speed is slightly less than theoretical runaway speed due to mechanical losses. Eta O, eta W. Eta W is like this. Eta O is inside. U are less than V. V are less than V. U are theoretical is equal to V of NR comma theoretical. U are less than V of NR comma theoretical. U is equal to V by 2. U less than V by 2 and rated speed operational speed. Eta O not symmetrical because mechanical losses are not symmetrical. Rated power under designed conditions. The overall efficiency is always less than wheel efficiency and follows similar trend to wheel efficiency. The overall efficiency curve is unsymmetric because mechanical losses increase with respect to speed. Increase with respect to speed. The overall efficiency curve peaks slightly before wheel efficiency curve. The turbine is operated at a speed at which overall efficiency is maximum. Number of buckets on wheel Z is equal to 15 plus 0.5 m is equal to 15 plus 0.5 capital A by small d. Tagan's formula. There are number of buckets on turbine should be too less or too high. It shouldn't be too less or too high. Shouldn't be. If number of buckets is less than, water will be wasted. If number of buckets are too high, then reflected jet can strike on backside of upcoming bucket, causing retarding force. The optimum number of buckets are obtained after experimentation and is given by empirical formula. Z is equal to 15 plus 0.5 m. Velocity triangles in Pelton turbine. V bar is equal to absolute velocity of water. VR bar is equal to relative velocity of water with respect to blade. U bar is equal to blade velocity. V to initially like U will be in this direction only. VR is also in this direction. V is equal to VW1 and this total is VW1. VF1 is equal to 0. Here VR2 will be along the blade, then V2 will be like this, U will be like this. VB by A is equal to VB bar minus VA bar. VR is equal to V bar minus U bar. V bar is equal to U bar plus VR bar. U bar plus VR bar. So first draw VR along the blade orientation and then U horizontally, then join these two, we will get V2. Perpendicular is VF2, this thing is VW2. V bar is equal to U bar plus VR bar. In velocity triangle, three velocities are involved and they are absolute velocity of water, relative velocity of water with respect to blade VR, blade velocity U. The relative velocity is drawn first in tangential direction to the blade profile at inlet as well as exit. The blade velocity vector is added to relative velocity vector by using triangle or parallelogram law to get absolute velocity vector. VW is equal to velocity of wheel, component of absolute velocity in the direction of blade velocity. VF is equal to velocity of flow, component of absolute velocity perpendicular to blade velocity. The formula for impact force can also be written obtained in terms of velocity of wheel as F is equal to m dot into VW1 plus or minus VW2. Similarity loss. V bar is equal to VR bar plus U bar. Model U bar U VR1 is VR2 V2 U. Similarly for prototype also it will be like this, but size will be different. Model are done to predict Models are done to predict performance of actual turbine. The conduction of tests on actual turbine is costly. Therefore, tests are performed on geometrically similar model. The result of model and prototype are proportional only when they are operating under homologous conditions. Geometric similarity. Model and prototype must have same geometric shape. Similarity of velocity triangles. Their corresponding velocity triangles must be similar. If shape of model and prototype are same, then all linear dimensions will be proportional and all angular dimensions will be same. dm by dp is equal to capital M by capital dp. Small d directly proportional to capital D. Any other dimension directly proportional to capital D. W directly proportional to capital D. Wm by Wp is equal to dm by dp. Am by ap is equal to pi by 4 dm square by pi by 4 dp square. Dm by dp whole square. Capital Dm by capital dp whole square. A directly proportional to d square. Any area directly proportional to d square. For velocity triangles, um by up is equal to vr1 m by vr1 p. V is equal to vm by vp is equal to root of hm by hp. V is equal to cv root 2gh. Any velocity directly proportional to root h. U directly proportional to root h. Pi dn by 60 directly proportional to root h. Nd directly proportional to root h. Discharge q is equal to av is equal to pi by 4 d square into cv root 2gh. Q directly proportional to d square root h. Q directly proportional to capital D square root h. The shaft power is given by Sp is equal to eta O into rho g QH. If model and prototype are operating under homologous condition and the effect of friction is ignored, then the efficiencies are same. Eta O is equal to eta n into eta W into eta M. Eta W is equal to 2U into V minus U into 1 plus K cos theta by V square. K 1 now 1. Ignoring frictional and mechanical losses. Eta W is equal to u by v into 1 minus u by v into 1 plus k cos theta, but um by up is equal to vm by vp. Um by vm is equal to vp by up by vp. Eta w model is equal to eta wp. Shaft power directly proportional to qh, so power directly proportional to d square root h into h. Power directly proportional to d square h power 3 by 2. Finally, important things. Nd is equal Nd directly proportional to root h. Q directly proportional to d square root h. P directly proportional to d square h power 3 by 2. Any velocity directly proportional to root h. Any area directly proportional to d square. Even though above laws are derived for Pelton turbine, they are valid for all hydraulic turbines as well as centrifugal pump. Rated power is maximum power obtained in under design conditions. The corresponding operational speed is rated speed. Specific speed ns. Set of homologous hydraulic machines. A set of hydraulic machines is called homologous if all the machines in that set have same geometrical shapes and their corresponding velocity triangles are similar. Similarity laws are valid for homologous set of hydraulic machines. And d directly proportional to root h. N1 d1 by root h1 is equal to n2 d2 by root h2, so on, equal to nn dn by root hn is equal to ch head coefficient. Q directly proportional to d square root h. Q1 by d1 square root h1 is equal to q2 by d2 square root h2 so on equal to qn by dn square root hn is equal to cq discharge coefficient. P directly proportional to d square h power 3 by 2. P1 by d square h1 power 3 by 2 is equal to P2 by d2 square h power h2 power 3 by 2 so on. Pn by dn square hn power 3 by 2 is equal to cp power coefficient. D directly proportional to root h by n. P directly proportional to d square h power 3 by 2. D root h by n. Finally, P directly proportional to h power 5 by 2 by n square. P n square by h power 5 by 2 is equal to constant. N root p by h power 5 by 4 is equal to constant. N1 root p1 by h1 power 5 by 4 is equal to n2 root p2 by h2 power 5 by 4 so on. Nn root pn by hn power 5 by 4 is equal to cs is equal to speed coefficient. Head coefficient ch, discharge coefficient cq, power coefficient cp, and speed coefficient cs are proportional constants. Their value of constant for a given homologous turbine for same geometrical shape. Different homologous sets can be obtained by changing the shape of velocity triangle. Each of homologous set have different values of proportional constants. For example, a Pelton wheel with a given geometric shape can be operated at different u by v ratios. Each ratio has a different shape of velocity triangle as shown in the figure. For each case, speed coefficient is different. The value of speed coefficient corresponding to maximum efficiency is called specific speed. The speed coefficient depends upon geometric shapes a geometric shape of velocity triangle, but specific speed depends only upon geometric shape of turbine because the shape of velocity triangle is unique at maximum efficiency condition. U by v is equal to 0.5, cs1 is equal to ns, u by v is equal to 0.4, cs2 0.6, cs3. Ns is equal to n root p by h power 5 by 4. Cs is equal to f of geometric shape and velocity triangle. Ns is equal to f of geometric shape only. Ns is equal to n root p by h power 5 by 4 at maximum efficiency. N runner speed in rpm. P power shaft power in kilowatt. H net head in meter. Specific speed ns can also be defined as speed of a geometrically similar turbine operating under 1 meter head and developing 1 kilowatt power at its maximum efficiency, that is at u by v is equal to 0.5. Specific speed is simply a proportionality constant which doesn't depend on operating conditions but only depends on geometric shape. Dimensionless specific speed eta s is equal to w root p by rho by g hm power 5 by 4. Turbine rho density of water kg per meter cube. Take all quantities in SI units. Here P is taken in W while calculating NSP in kilowatt. Selection of turbine based on specific speed. Eta max NS. Pelton will be here. Francis will be here. Kaplan will be here. Eta max is equal to f of geometric shape. NS is equal to f of geometric shape. For above graph is obtained after testing different geometric shapes of various hydraulic turbines. Each point on above graph represents unique geometric shape. Even though turbine type is same, the maximum efficiency of turbine can change based upon geometric shape. For example, maximum wheel efficiency of Pelton turbine eta W max is equal to 1 plus k cos theta by 2 can be changed by changing bucket angle. For selecting turbine, approximate value of specific speed is obtained based upon available conditions. For example, net head can be estimated based upon level of water in the reservoir. Power can be decided based upon quantity of water available in the reservoir. The turbine speed is added based upon frequency of AC generator. Using above values, approximate value of specific speed can be determined. The turbine is selected such that it gives maximum efficiency for that specific speed. 8 less than ns less than 30. Single jet Pelton turbine 20 less than NS less than 50. Multi-jet Pelton turbine 40 less than NS less than 400. Francis turbine 300 less than NS less than 900. Kaplan turbine. Unit of NS and root P by H power 5 by 4. RPM into root kilowatt by M power 5 by 4. Unit quantities are used to predict performance of same turbine under under different operating conditions. Unit quantities are also called proportionality constants. From first similarity, ND directly proportional to root H, N directly proportional to root H, N1 by root H1 is equal to N2 by root H2, so on is equal to Nn by root Hn is equal to Nu unit speed. From second similarity law, q directly proportional to d square root h, q directly proportional to root h, since d is equal to constant, q1 by root h1 is equal to q2 by root h2 equal to so on, qn by root hn is equal to qu unit discharge. Similarly, from third similarity law, p directly proportional to d square h power 3 by 2, p directly proportional to h power 3 by 2. P1 by H1 power 3 by 2 is equal to P2 by H2 power 3 by 2. So on, Pn by Hn power 3 by 2 is equal to Pu unit power. Unit speed or discharge or power can also be defined as speed or discharge or power of same turbine when it is operated under head of 1 meter at its maximum efficiency. Now centrifugal pump. H from here to here, HD, then from here to here, HS, P max greater than P atmosphere, pump, P min less than P atmosphere, B is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z. Pump is work consuming device which converts mechanical work into hydraulic energy. A part of work absorbed by pump is lost due to various losses inside the pump, and remaining part is added to fluid. Manometric head HM, the net energy head gained by liquid when it passes through pump is called manometric head. It represents the output of pump. HM is equal to B2 prime minus B1 prime, P2 by P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z, J2 prime is minus P by rho g plus V square by 2g Z at 1 prime. Hm is equal to P2 prime minus P1 prime by rho g plus V2 prime minus V2 prime square minus V1 prime square by rho g plus Z2 prime minus Z1 prime. Hm is equal to P2 prime minus P1 prime by rho g. In most of practical applications, sum of last two terms in RHS is negligible as compared to first term. Hence, manometric head is nearly equal to difference in pressure head across the pump. The pressure difference across the pump can be measured using manometer, hence it is called manometric head. The manometric head can also be expressed in alternate form by using Bernoulli equation. P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z 1 prime plus HFS. HFS frictional head loss in suction pipe. Similarly, P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z at 2 prime is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z at A prime plus H of D. Hm is equal to B2 prime minus B1 prime is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z at D plus H of D minus P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z minus HFS. Hm is equal to HS plus HD plus HFS plus HFD plus Vd square by 2g. HS is equal to static head resistance offered by gravity. HD is equal to delivery head. HS plus HD static head. HFS friction loss in suction pipe. HFD friction loss in delivery pipe. As manometric head represents output of pump, above equation shows that part of this work output is used to increase PE, another part is lost to overcome friction in pipe, and remaining part is available at pipe exit in the form of kinetic energy. Water gets in here, then it flows like this, then it will exit from here. This is 2 prime, this is 1 prime. One This outside is volute casing, inside diffuser blades, inside impeller blades, eye of impeller, in the middle is eye of impeller. One or two impeller inlet, two is here, one is here, one or two impeller inlet and exit, one prime, two prime pump inlet and exit. When liquid passes through turbine and liquid passes through pump, pressure is increased in the each component of the pump. The maximum pressure is rises obtained inside the impeller. Impeller is rotating component driven by motor due to centrifugal forces. Liquid in impeller is thrown in outward direction. In impeller, pressure concentration is in outward direction due to two effects: centrifugal effect. Each fluid particle in the impeller experiences centrifugal force in radially outward direction, due to which pressure increases in radially outward direction. This is main mechanism of pressure rise in centrifugal pump. Delta PR is equal to rho omega square by 2 into R2 square minus R1 square. P2 is equal to P1 plus DMR omega square. P1 less than P2. Diffuser effect. The flow area in impeller passage increases in outward direction, therefore relative velocity decreases and pressure increases as per Bernoulli equation. The total pressure change across impeller can be obtained by applying Bernoulli equation in rotating coordinate system. P by rho g plus v square by 2g plus z is equal to constant. P by rho g plus vr square by 2g plus z minus omega square r square by 2g is equal to constant. Bernoulli equation in rotating coordinate system. P1 by rho g plus Vr1 square by 2g plus Z1 minus omega square R1 square by 2g plus is equal to P2 by rho g plus Vr1 square by 2g plus Z2 minus omega square R2 square by 2g. P2 minus P1 by rho g is equal to Vr1 square minus Vr2 square by 2g, which is diffuser head, plus omega square by 2g into R2 square minus R1 square, which is centrifugal. This is centrifugal effect. This is diffuser effect. Vr1 square minus Vr2 square by 2g. Diffuser is a stationary component present between casing and impeller. Diffuser is not present in all pumps. It is present only in high capacity pumps. Centrifugal pump with diffuser is called turbine pump. The turbine pipe. Even though relative velocity decreases inside impeller, the absolute velocity increases due to rotation of impeller. High absolute velocity is converted into pressure inside the diffuser. Vr1 greater than Vr2, V1 less than V2, P1 less than P2. Volute casing collects liquid from all diffuser blades and sends to delivery pipe. If diffuser is absent, then a function of diffuser is performed by volute casing itself. In volute casing also absolute velocity decreases and pressure increases. Velocity triangles for centrifugal pump. Beta Vr1 Vf1 is equal to V1 U1. First we draw Vr1, then U in this blade direction, then Vr2 blade in this direction, U2 V2. Between Vr and U beta, between V and U alpha. Vw1 is equal to 0. Component of V parallel to the blade velocity. Alpha 1 is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha 1 is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha is equal to diffuser or guide blade angle, angle between V bar and U bar. Beta is equal to impeller blade angle, angle between VR bar and U bar. All angles should be shown on interior side of triangle. All should be shown on interior side of triangle. At inlet of the impeller, absolute velocity in radially outward direction, because liquid has natural tendency to flow in radially outward direction due to uniform suction pressure created around the eye of impeller. Hence alpha 1 is equal to 90 degrees. The impeller blade should be designed in such a way that pumps operating at design condition relative velocity is tangential to the impeller blade at inlet. This avoids entry shock and flow separation. The relative velocity at exit will be always tangential to the impeller blade, because liquid is forced to follow impeller blade profile. VR2, this V2. Okay. Impeller blade profile. As diffuser is stationary component, velocity of liquid with respect to diffuser is absolute velocity. To avoid entry shock into diffuser, the diffuser blade angle should be designed in such a way that absolute velocity vector is along the diffuser. Euler's pump equation. T is equal to d by dt of r bar cross mv bar. Angular momentum is equal to r bar cross mv bar m dot v bar out minus r bar cross m dot v bar in. R2 cross V2 bar is equal to R2 V2 sin theta is equal to R2 into VW2 is equal to m dot into R2 bar cross V2 bar minus m dot into R1 bar cross V2 bar. T is equal to rho Q into VW2 R2 minus VW1 R1. Euler pump equation can be used for centrifugal and axial. In centrifugal pump, impeller exerts torque on liquid, due to which angular momentum of liquid increases. The rate of change of angular momentum must be equal to torque acting on the liquid. For centrifugal pump, VW1 is equal to 0, T is equal to rho Q VW2 R2. Various losses and efficiency in centrifugal pump. SP, HP, SP, RP, HP. Mechanical losses, bearing friction loss, hydraulic loss, fluid friction plus shock loss, eta M, eta H, eta O. FP, SP for HM B2 prime minus B1 prime, HP is equal to rho G Q HM. Mechanical efficiency, eta m. Power output of motor is shaft power. Shaft power is not completely transferred to impeller because the same power is lost due to bearing friction. The power transferred to impeller is called rotor power. This power is used to do work on the fluid. The ratio of rotor power to shaft power is defined as mechanical efficiency. Eta m is equal to rp by SP is equal to RP plus mechanical losses. RP is equal to T into omega is equal to rho Q VW2 R2 into omega. R2 into omega is U2. RP is equal to rho Q VW2 U2. Manometric or hydraulic efficiency, rotor power is also indicate representation of work done by impeller on the fluid per unit time. Rotor power is not completely converted in hydraulic power due to various losses inside the impeller. The ratio of hydraulic power to rotor power is called manometric efficiency or hydraulic efficiency. Eta manometric is equal to HP by RP is equal to rho GQ HM by rho Q VW2 U2. Eta manometric is equal to GHM by VW2 U2 is equal to HM by HE. HE is equal to VW2 U2 by G is equal to Euler's head. HE theoretical head if there weren't any losses. Euler head representation, theoretical output of pump. Actual head is represented by manometric head HM. Overall efficiency eta O is equal to HP by SP is equal to RP by HP into HP by SP. Eta O is equal to eta m into eta manometric. Discharge to the impeller of centrifugal pump on Impeller area at inlet as well as exit is cylindrical area. To calculate discharge to impeller, normal component of velocity to the flow area should be considered. The normal component in radial direction, it is equal to velocity of fluid. AF1 is equal to K pi d1 b1, AF2 is equal to K pi d2 b2, Q is equal to AF into VF is equal to K pi d1 b1, VF1 is equal to K pi d2 v2, VF2. In above equation, K is blade thickness coefficient. It consists of effect of reduction in flow area due to presence of blades. Similarity loss of specific speed. Similarity loss of turbine can be applied to the pump. They are valid when pumps are working under homologous conditions, that is geometric shape is same and velocity of triangles are similar. ND directly proportional to root hm, Q directly proportional to d square root hm, P directly proportional to d square hm power 3 by 2, D directly proportional to root hm by n, Q directly proportional to root hm by n of whole square into root hm, Q directly proportional to hm power 3 by 2 by n square Q by hm power 3 by 2 is equal to C, n root Q by hm power 3 by 4 is equal to constant Cs. The above constant is called speed constant and its value is constant for given homologous set. The speed coefficient corresponding to maximum efficiency is called specific speed. Ns is equal to n root Q by hm power 3 by 4. N is equal to impeller speed in RPM, Q is equal to discharge in meter cube per second or liter per second. HM is equal to manometric head in a meter. Dimensionless specific speed NS is equal to W root Q by G HM power 3 by 4. W is equal to angular velocity in radian per second. Q is equal to discharge in meter cube per second. HM is equal to manometric head in a meter. G is equal to acceleration due to gravity in meter per second square. The dimensionless specific speed is independent upon choice of system of units and no units. It is also called shape number because it purely depends on shape of pump. Head discharge characteristics of centrifugal pump. HD HS HDHS pump U V1 U1 VR1 VR2 U2 VW2 VF2. HQ characteristics of ideal pump. The theoretical head developed by pump is called Euler head. Euler head, it is given by H is equal to VW2 U2 is equal to U2 minus VF2 by tan beta 2 into U2 by G U2 square by G minus Q by AF2 into U2 by G tan beta 2. H is equal to A minus BQ. A minus BQ. Tan beta 2 is equal to Vf1 by U minus Vw2. Vw2 is equal to U2 minus Vf1 by tan beta 2, where A is equal to U2 square by G, B is equal to U2 by G Af2 tan beta 2. U2 is equal to pi dn by 60. For induction motor, irrespective of the load, speed n remains almost constant, so U2 is equal to constant. Centrifugal pumps are commonly driven by induction motor. The induction motor nearly runs at constant speed irrespective of load on it. For given pump or motor combination A and B are constant. The above equation shows theoretical head He of pump decrease linearly with respect to discharge Q. Vf component of absolute velocity perpendicular to the blade. Heq it will be a straight line like this. Centrifugal pump is designed in such a way that a design discharge relative velocity Relative velocity at impeller inlet is tangential to impeller blade. Absolute velocity at impeller exit is tangential to the diffuser blade to avoid entry shock. But when pump operates at off design conditions, the shape of velocity triangles changes due to change in discharge as shown in figure. At off design conditions, entry shock is present at impeller inlet and diffuser inlet. This leads to flow suppression of subsequent at subsequent loss. A design discharge, B theta Q less than Q design, and C Q greater than Q design. A, B, C. A is design discharge. In centrifugal pump, two losses are predominant. Friction loss. Friction loss is due to friction between liquid and impeller passage, diffuser vane passage, and volute casing. The frictional loss increase with discharge. Shock loss. The shock loss is present at inlet of impeller and at inlet of diffuser when pump is working at off design condition. Higher the deviation from design discharge, higher is the shock loss. The actual head developed by pump is obtained after subtracting frictional loss and shock loss from ideal characteristic pump. HQ, this is HE. This friction loss, again it will be a straight line. Then after that, shock loss, it will be like this. This is shut off head. This is free delivery discharge. Free delivery discharge. Q is equal to 0. Shut off head. Q max free delivery discharge. Maximum head developed by pump is called shut-off head. It is obtained when discharge through pump is zero. The maximum discharge delivered by pump is called free delivery discharge. It is obtained when resistance to pump is negligible, that is static head is zero and suction and delivery of pipes are short. In this case, pressure difference across the pump will be negligible. The actual discharge head discharge can be approximated by a parabola as Hm is equal to A plus BQ plus CQ square. The constant the constants A, B, and C are empirical constants which are determined after performance tests on pump. At free delivery discharge, the head is zero. The pressure difference is zero. The pressure increases inside impeller, and due to centrifugal effect, and diffuser effect is lost due to friction. The friction is so high that power is totally consumed by friction. Hence, head is equal to zero. Efficiency and shaft power variation with the discharge. Efficiency, this is overall efficiency goes above and down. This is BP. This is HM. It will increase and then decrease. Eta is equal to HP by SP is equal to rho G Q HM by SP. SP is equal to HP plus mechanical losses plus hydraulic losses. Mechanical losses bearing friction at shut off point and at free delivery point. HP is 0 because HF is 0 respectively, and HP is 0 because Q and HF are 0 respectively. Overall efficiency is 0 at these points. As discharge the overall efficiency as discharge increases, HP increases initially, finally becomes 0. The overall efficiency also follows similar trend. The point on head discharge curve corresponding to maximum efficiency is called best efficiency point BEP. Best efficiency point BEP. Okay. In order to minimize pump cost, the pump should run at BEP at shut-off point even though HP is 0, SP is non-zero due to bearing friction loss. As discharge increases, HP increases initially then decreases. SP also follows similar trend. Power consumed by pump is more at a free delivery point as compared to shut-off point because hydraulic losses are also present in addition to, uh, bearing, frictional losses. System resistance curve and operation point. For delivery of discharge, shutoff head of pump must be greater than static head. The discharge delivered by pump also depends upon resistance offered by piping system. The pump needs to overcome resistance due to gravity, which is representation by static head, and resistance due to major and minor losses in piping system, which is proportional to square of discharge. Resistance head of piping system is given by HR is equal to H static plus KQ square. KQ square is loss. The graph of resistance head with discharge is called piping system resistance curve. In the intersection of piping system resistance curve and head discharge characteristic of pump is called operating point. When pump is connected to a pipe, it will send discharge corresponding to operating point. This is HMQ curve of pump. This is HR curve, piping system resistance curve, HR curve. This intersection is operating point. This is also parabola. This is H static. This is H shutoff. The pump should be selected in such a way that the operating point of pump is near to BEP, best efficiency point. This minimizes pumping cost. Pumps in series and parallel. Pumps in series, Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to QS, HM1 plus HM2 is equal to HMS. HM on this is HM. This thing HR remains same. HR remains same. Q1 Q2 Q1 Q2. Q1 plus Q2 is equal to QP, HM1 is equal to HM2 is equal to HMP. Pumps in series are preferred when high head is required. Pumps in parallel are preferred when high discharge is required. Two pumps either connected in series or parallel always gives discharge higher discharge than single pump. This can be observed from operating points shown in figure. Operating point shown in figure. Okay. Cavitation in centrifugal pump. Minimum pressure in piping system is present at pump inlet. When minimum pressure falls below vapor pressure, vapor bubbles are formed rapidly. This phenomenon is called cavitation. Cavitation has the following effects on pump. Degradation of pump performance. When vapor bubbles are formed in a larger quantity, they block the flow area available for liquid discharge delivered by the pump, etc. With discharge delivered by the pump decreases, the presence of vapor bubbles in impeller reduces effective density of fluid, due to which centrifugal forces also decrease. Hence, a head developed by pump also reduces. Damage to the pump components. Second, damage to the pump components. When vapor bubbles travel along the flow in high pressure region, the local pressure becomes greater than vapor pressure. Hence, vapor again condenses back into liquid. The surrounding liquid rushes to fill the cavity created due to collapse of vapor bubbles, causing formation of high velocity microjets. When these microjets hit the surface of pump components, they can cause erosion of surface. The damage is similar to damage caused by high velocity particles hitting the surface. Pump pump subjected to cavitation for very long duration can have significant change in shape and size of components due to erosion. This further weakens the component and performance is also reduced. Net positive suction head NPSH. Net positive suction head is defined as difference between stagnation pressure head at inlet and no and vapor pressure. NPSH is equal to P stagnation by rho g at inlet minus PV by rho g. Vapor pressure head, this is stagnation pressure head, is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g at inlet minus PV by rho g. NPSH can be expressed in alternate form by using Bernoulli equation between free surface of liquid in sump and pump inlet. P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z is equal to P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z plus HFS. At suction, P is P atmosphere, V0, Z is 0, Z 0, then P by P atmosphere by rho g is equal to P by P rho g plus V square by 2g at 1 prime plus Hs plus Hfs. P by rho g plus V square by 2g at 1 prime is equal to P atmosphere by rho g minus Hs minus Hfs. NPSH is equal to P atmosphere by rho g minus Hs minus Hfs minus PV by rho g. NPSH is equal to Ha minus Hs minus Hv minus Hfs. Ha is equal to P atmosphere by rho g is equal to atmospheric head. Hv is equal to vapor pressure head. Hs is equal suction head. Hfs is equal to friction loss at suction head. In above equation, atmospheric head should be considered of absolute pressure head because vapor pressure head is always provided as absolute pressure head. Net positive suction head required NPSH. The minimum possible value of NPSH at which cavitation just about to start is called net positive suction head required. NPSHR is equal to HA minus HS max minus HV minus HFS. Thomas cavitation factor sigma. The Thomas cavitation factor is defined as ratio of NPSH to manometric head at design condition of the pump. Sigma is equal to NPSH by HM. As Thomas cavitation factor sigma is dimensionless, its value is independent of fluid. The minimum permissible value of cavitation factor at which cavitation starts is called critical cavitation factor sigma c. It is defined as sigma c is equal to NPSH bar by HM. The pump manufacturer supplies value of sigma c after performing extensive testing with different fluids. The piping system design engineer has to ensure that cavitation factor at pump installation site is above sigma c. To avoid cavitation, following conditions must be satisfied: Pmin greater than Pv, NPSH greater than NPSH, or sigma greater than sigma c. Forward, backward, and radial vane pumps. Forward vane pump beta 2 greater than 90 degrees. It is forward. Backward vane pump beta 2 less than 90 degrees. It will be like this, in this way only. Beta 2 less than 90 degrees. Radial vane pumps beta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. If impeller blade is inclined in same direction of rotation, forward vane pump and vice versa. Impeller blade is inclined in same direction of rotation. Omega is in this direction, VR2 will be also in this direction only. For radial vane pump, tangent to the pump impeller at exit passes through center of impeller as shown in figure. For forward vane pump, beta 2 greater than 90 degrees, hence theoretical head increase with respect to discharge as shown in figure. However, actual head increase initially with respect to discharge, but at high discharge, hydraulic losses are high. Hence, head starts reducing after certain discharge. H is equal to A minus BQ, A is equal to U2 square by G, B is equal to U2 by G, AF2 tan beta 2. In practice, backward vane pumps are preferred because they have high overall efficiency. For same impeller size and operating speed, forward vane pump has much higher absolute velocity at exit than backward vane pump. It is difficult to convert this velocity into pressure efficiently, hence efficiency of forward vane pump is less. He with He Q beta 2 greater than 90 degrees, beta 2 equal to 90 degrees, beta 2 less than 90 degrees. HMQ beta 2 greater than 90 degrees, uh, forward one, beta 2 equal to 90 degrees, beta 2 is less than 90 degrees. SP is equal to rho G Q HM by eta O. As eta O is less, HM is high for forward vane pump, power required is more and cost increases. Minimum starting speed of pump. When static head is greater than shut-off head, pump will not be able to overcome gravitational resistance. In this case, pump will lift the liquid only up to height equal to shut-off head. The remaining portion of pipeline will be empty. Head developed by pump can be increased by increasing speed and the root directly proportional to root HM. When same pump is operated at higher speed, HQ curve shifts upward as shown in figure. The impeller speed at which shut-off head becomes equal to static head is called minimum starting speed of pump. At this point, pump is just about to deliver discharge to exit pipe. When pump is operating at shut-off point, the diffuser effect is absent in the impeller, diffuser and casing due to zero discharge. Hence, pressure is increasing only due to centrifugal effect. Shut-off head is equal to centrifugal head. At minimum starting point, shut-off head is equal to static head. U2 square minus U1 square by 2G is equal to H static. HQ N1 less than N2 less than N3 as in HR is equal to H static plus KQ square. U1 is equal to pi D1 N min by 60. U2 is equal to pi D2 N min by 60. Capital H is equal to omega square by 2G into R2 square minus R1 square. Priming of centrifugal pump purpose to increase pressure difference. The process of filling liquid in the impeller of centrifugal pump is called priming. When pump operates with air, sufficient pressure difference will not be developed across runner because centrifugal forces experienced by air particles are much smaller as compared to liquid particles. Foot valve is used to retain water in a pipeline when pump is off. It is one-way valve which allows liquid flow only from sump towards pump. The use of foot valve eliminates frequent priming. Francis turbine from water will and liquid will enter from penstock. It will go through guide vanes. Then guide vanes are adjustable. Then it will pass through runner blades. This is runner blades. This is runner. This is outside is stator. Inside guide vanes adjustable. This is spiral casing. Top view. P max greater than generator turbine, P max greater than P atmosphere from penstock, P min less outside, P min less than P atmosphere draft tube, P min less than P atmosphere draft tube. Guide vane P greater than P atmosphere guide vane adjustment. Francis turbine is radially inward flow reaction turbine. Radially inward flow reaction turbine. The modern Francis turbine has radial entry and axial exit. Hence, shape of runner blade is 3D. The original Francis turbine has radial entry and radial exit. For simplicity analysis is done upon 2D flow similar to original Francis turbine. Francis turbine has following main components. Spiral casing. The function of casing is to distribute water equally into all guide vanes. In order to maintain equal discharge in each guide vane, the pressure velocity at inlet of each guide vane must be same. Therefore, flow area in spiral casing decrease proportional to discharge so that velocity in casing remains constant. If velocity is constant, then as per Bernoulli equation, pressure must be constant. Guide vanes have aerofoil cross section, and they can be fixed above hinge as shown in figure. They perform following function. They direct water towards runner at proper angle so that a flow enters the runner without any shock wave and suppression. As flow area in vane passes decreases, guide vanes act like nozzle. They convert pressure partially into Ke. The remaining pressure is dropped across runner. The guide vane can also control runner by adjusting flow area. The controlling of discharge is essential in control of power output of turbine. Runner blades are curved, and they are rigidly fixed to a rotor. When water passes through the runner blade, passes, the direction as well as magnitude of velocity is continuously changed due to curvature of runner blades. This leads to change in momentum of water. Angular momentum lost by water per unit time is equal to generated by runner minus omega square r square by 2g. When water passes through runner passage, pressure is decreased due to two effects. Nozzle effect, flow area in runner passage decreases in direction of flow, hence relative velocity increases and pressure must decrease as per Bernoulli equation. Centrifugal effect, each fluid particle in runner experiences centrifugal force in radially outward direction, therefore pressure must decrease in radially inward direction. Pressure drop across runner can be achieved by applying Bernoulli equation across runner in rotating coordinate system. P1 by rho g plus VR1 square by 2g plus Z1 minus omega R1 square by 2g is equal to P2 by rho g plus VR2 square by 2g plus Z2 minus omega square R2 square by 2g. P1 minus P2 by rho g is equal to VR2 square minus VR1 square by 2g nozzle effect plus omega square into R1 square minus R2 square by 2g centrifugal effect. Velocity triangles of Francis turbine. V bar is equal to VR bar plus U bar. Beta 2 is equal beta 2 is equal to 90 degrees. VW2 is equal to 0. U2 V2 is equal to VF2 VR2 VR1 U1 V1 VW1 is this. VF1 is this. As guide vane is stationary component, the velocity of water with respect to guide vane must be absolute velocity. Hence vector v1 is tangential to the out of guide vane. Alpha 1 guide vane angle, absolute velocity at exit of runner uh, runner plus in the form of rejected Ke. To minimize this loss, runner blade of Francis turbine is designed in such a way that when turbine is operating to a design condition, velocity of wheel at exit VW2 is 0. VW2 is equal to 0. V2 is equal to root of VW2 square plus VF2 square. For minimum V2, VW2 is equal to 0 because VF2 can't be 0. Discharge to Francis turbine runner Q is equal to K pi D1 B1 VF1 is equal to K pi D2 B2 VF2. Euler turbine equation can be obtained in the similar manner as Euler pump equation. In pump, impeller exerts torque on fluid, hence angular momentum of fluid increases. But in turbine, fluid exerts torque on runner, hence angular momentum of fluid decreases. The magnitude of torque is given by T is equal to rho Q into VW1 minus VW1 R1 minus VW2 R2, valid for all turbines. For Francis turbine, VW2 is equal to 0, T is equal to rho Q VW1 R1. Power developed by runner RP is equal to T into W is equal to rho Q VW1 R1 into omega. RP is equal to rho Q VW1 U1. Euler's head HE represents theoretical power developed by turbine, that is runner power. H is equal to Rp by m dot G is equal to rho Q Vw1 U1 by m dot G. H is equal to Vw1 U1 by G. Euler head can be expressed in alternate form by using cosine rule in velocity triangles. Cos alpha 1 is equal to V1 square plus U1 square minus VR1 square by 2 U1 V1. 2 U1 V1 cos alpha is equal to V1 square plus U1 square minus VR1 square. This V1 cos alpha is VW1. 2 U1 VW1 is equal to V1 square plus U1 square minus VR1 square. U1 VW1 is equal to V1 square plus U1 square minus VR1 square by 2. Similarly, U2 VW2 is equal to V2 square plus U2 square minus VR2 square. Hence, H is equal to VW1 U1 by G is equal to VW1 U1 by G is equal to H is equal to theoretical theoretical output of turbine is equal to V1 square minus V2 square by 2G plus U1 square minus U2 square by 2G plus VR2 square minus VR1 square by 2G. V1 square minus V2 square by 2G is change in KE head across the runner. U1 U2 centrifugal effect. VR1 VR2 nozzle effect. These two combine change in pressure head across runner. H is equal to V1 square minus V2 square by rho 2G plus P1 minus P2 by rho G. Above equation shows that part of turbine work output comes from KE lost by fluid. Another part comes from pressure energy lost by fluid when it passes through the runner. The contribution of pressure energy to work output is represented by degree of reaction. Degree of reaction is defined as ratio of pressure energy change across the runner and work output of the runner. R is equal to P1 minus P2 by rho G by H. R is equal to U1 square minus U2 square plus VR2 square minus VR1 square by V1 square minus V2 square plus U1 square minus U2 square plus VR2 square minus VR1 square. Velocity triangles of slow and fast runner. Slow runner U1 less than VW1 or beta 1 greater than 90 degrees. Beta 1 greater than 90 degrees. Fast runner U1 greater than VW1, U1 greater than VW1, beta 1 less than 90 degrees. Depending upon shape of inlet velocity triangles, the Francis turbine runner are classified as slow runner or a fast runner. Both configurations are used in practice. Various losses and efficiencies in Francis turbine: HP, RP, SP, hydraulic losses, friction plus shock plus exit KE loss, mechanical loss, bearing and friction, eta H, eta M, eta O. Hydraulic efficiency eta H is equal to RP by HP is equal to rho Q VW1 U1 by rho G QH. Eta H is equal to VW1 U1 by GH is equal to HE by HE by H. Mechanical efficiency eta M is equal to SP by RP. Overall efficiency eta O is equal to SP by HP is equal to SP by RP into RP by SP. RP by HP. Eta O is equal to eta H into eta M. Speed ratio KU is equal to U1 by root 2GH. U1 highest blade speed. Flow ratio flow ratio KF is equal to VF1 by root 2GH. In Pelton turbine, KU is equal to U1 by root 2GH is equal to U by V. V is equal to CV root 2GH. CV is equal to 0.95 to 0.99 is equal to 1. Note for Francis and Kaplan turbine, speed ratio shouldn't be considered as U by V1 because net head is not completely converted into KE inside guide vanes. Hence, V1 is much less than root 2GH. V less than root 2GH. Kaplan turbine. From spiral casing, Wheeler swivel chamber, hinge pivot towards draft tube. Runner blades adjustable hub or block. Radial tangential guide and top view. Spiral casing guide vanes perform similar function as in Francis turbine. In Kaplan turbine, wheel chamber is present in between guide vanes and runner. Flow in wheel chamber revolves around axis of turbine while traveling towards runner. Hence it is called wheel chamber. As guide vanes are inclined, they impart tangential component of velocity to the flow. Hence, flow to the exit of guide vanes has radial and tangential component. When flow enters runner, axial and tangential components of velocity are present as there is no external torque acting on the flow. Inside wheel chamber, angular momentum of fluid particle is conserved. Hence, tangential component of velocity flows free vortex distribution. R bar cross dm v bar is equal to constant dmr vw is equal to constant vw is equal to k by r free vortex distribution. The flow in wheel chamber is similar to the wash basin vortex flow. Runner of Kaplan turbine has 3 to 8 blades mounted on a cylindrical hub. The runner blades of Kaplan turbine are adjustable. Entire blade can be tilted about a pivot at hub. The adjustable runner blade feature minimizes shock losses even at part load conditions. When water passes through the runner, it is continuously deflected by curvature of runner blade. The change in angular momentum is responsible for a generation of torque. At exit, flow leaves in axial direction into draft tube without any rotation. The turbine blade shape is designed in such a way that the velocity of wheel at exit is zero. When turbine is operating at design conditions, this minimizes Ke uh, Ke rejected by the tail race. Velocity triangles in Kaplan turbine as wheel velocity and blade velocity change along length of blade. Velocity triangles are different at each radial location. For analysis, velocity triangles are drawn at particular radial location such as mean blade radius or tip or hub. As velocity triangles are different, blade angles will also be different at each radial location. Hence, blade of Kaplan turbine is also twisted along the length. U1 V2 is equal to Vf2 U2 Vr2 V1 R1 U1 Vw1 Vf1 U1 is equal to U2 is equal to R omega Vf1 is equal to Vf2 is equal to 4q by pi into dt square minus dh square. Discharge through Kaplan turbine runner AF1 is equal to AF2 is equal to pi by 4 into dt square minus dh square. Dh is equal to hub diameter, dt is equal to blade tip diameter. Q is equal to AF1 VF1 is equal to AF2 VF2 VF1 is equal to VF2 is equal to 4q by pi into dt square minus dh square. Speed ratio Ku is equal to Ut by root 2gh. Flow ratio Kf is equal to Vf by root 2gh. Vf is equal to 4q by pi into dt square minus dh square. Any other formula for Kaplan turbine is same as Francis turbine. T is equal to rho Q VW1 R1. Torque generated by runner. Power developed by runner RP. RP is equal to T into omega is equal to rho Q VW1 R1 into omega. RP is equal to rho Q VW1 U1. Hydraulic efficiency eta H is equal to RP by HP is equal to rho Q VW1 U1 by rho G QH. Eta H is equal to VW1 U1 by GH is equal to HE by capital H. Even though velocity triangles for Kaplan turbine are different at each radial section, torque and runner power and eta H calculated from any velocity triangle is same. VW1 is equal to K by R, U1 is equal to omega R. We are like VW1 U1 is equal to constant. So, okay. Mechanical efficiency eta m is equal to shaft power by runner power. Overall efficiency eta o is equal to shaft power by hydraulic power. Eta o is equal to eta h into eta m. These are problems based on Kaplan turbine. Draft tube generator turbine from penstock draft tube HS B1 prime greater than B2 prime, B1 prime minus B2 prime is equal to P1 prime minus P2 prime by rho g. Draft tube is a tube of diverging area attached at the exit of reaction turbine. It performs following. It allows installation of turbine above tail race without loss on effective head. It also minimizes the loss KE loss at exit of turbine. Both of the above functions are performed by draft tube by reducing pressure at exit of turbine below P atmosphere. This increase this pressure difference across this increase pressure difference across the turbine. The pressure difference higher the pressure difference, higher the energy input to the turbine. In this way, draft tube improves effective head on the turbine. Draft tube it allows installation of a turbine above tailors without loss in effective. It also minimizes KE losses in exit of turbine. Applying Bernoulli equation across draft tube, P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z is equal to P2 by rho g plus V square by 2g plus Z plus H of d. P2 is P atmosphere, Z 1Z cancel, P2 P1 prime by rho g is equal to P atmosphere by rho g minus V2 prime square minus V3 square by rho g minus Hs minus Hfg. Hs head recovery of lost head. Hs is this plus Hs minus Hfg. V3 square by 2 is the partial recovery of Ke. 1000 kilopascal, 100 kilopascal, 1200 kilopascal. Okay. Above equation shows that the lost head Hs is recovered even when cross section of draft tube is constant. The purpose of increasing area to recover is to recover Ke. The efficiency of draft tube is defined based upon how effectively it recovers Ke loss. The draft tube efficiency is defined as eta d is equal to net recovery in Ke by Ke available at inlet of draft tube. Eta d is equal to V2 prime square minus V3 square by rho g minus Hfd by V2 prime square by rho g by 2g. Some authors define drafting efficiency as eta d is equal to net recovery in Ke by theoretical recovery in Ke is equal to V2 prime square minus V1 square by 2g minus Hfd by V2 prime square minus V1 square by 2g. Cavitation as draft tube size increases, pressure at exit of turbine decreases. If minimum pressure falls below vapor pressure, then cavitation starts. The effect of cavitation of turbine is similar to effect on pump. To avoid cavitation, Pmin greater than Pv or sigma greater than sigma c. For turbulence, Thomas cavitation factor is defined as sigma 1 is equal to Ha minus Hs minus Hv by capital H. Capital H is net head, Ha P atmosphere by rho g, Hs draft tube height, Hv vapor pressure head. Grounding of turbines. Needle or sphere wall grounding of Pelton turbine jet deflection. Guide vane adjustments grounding of reaction turbine generator. AP is equal to eta over rho q g h EP. The process of controlling speed of turbine is called grounding. The turbine speed and generator speed are directly related. The frequency of AC generated depends on speed of generator rotor called synchronous speed. This it is given by F is equal to PNSC by 60. F is equal to frequency of AC 50 Hz. NSC is equal to synchronous speed. P is equal to number of pairs of magnetic poles. The generator of electrical energy depends on the demand of electrical energy. As demand is not constant throughout the day, load on the generator keeps on changing, hence load on the turbine also changes. The demand decreases, the turbine speed starts increasing due to decrease in load. In such case, less discharge should be sent through the turbine to bring back the speed to the design value. Similarly, when load on generator increases, speed increases, discharge through the turbine increases. In Pelton turbine, discharge through turbine is controlled by needle or spear valve or jet deflector. Needle valve controls discharge by controlling the flow area. If load on the turbine is suddenly reduced by sudden closure of needle valve, can cause water hammer problem in penstock. In such case, jet deflector are used. Note jet velocity CV root 2GH remains same during the operation of needle valve. However, jet area is changed as shown in figure. V constant, area changes. Fully open with the needle valve, it will be like this. In reaction turbines, discharge are controlled by adjusting guide vanes. The guide vanes also control discharge by controlling the flow area. In Kaplan turbine, runner blades are also simultaneously adjusted along with guide vanes so that shock loss is minimized. Note radially inward flow turbine is easy to govern as compared to radially outward flow turbine. For Forneron turbine, because when load on turbine decreases, speed increases, centrifugal force increases, which tries to reduce discharge through the pipe. In other words, in radially inward flow turbines, centrifugal force assists the governing mechanism. Old modern Francis radial inlet and outlet. Modern Francis turbine radial inward exit. Turbine Pelton turbine impulse type, direction of flow tangential, NS 8230 single jet, 2230 multi-jet, high head low discharge. Francis reaction radially inward mixed flow 40 to 400 medium head medium discharge. Kaplan adjustable runner blades, propeller turbine runner fixed runner blades. Type reaction axial, direction of flow axial, NS 300 to 900, low head high discharge. Reciprocating pump, HSHD, one way valve, piston rod, crank, connecting rod. Reciprocating pump works on slider crank mechanism. When crank rotates from 0 to 180 degrees, suction stroke takes place. The pressure inside cylinder decreases due to motion of piston. Hence, delivery valve is closed and the suction valve is open. The liquid from sump flows into cylinder due to pressure difference. When crank rotates from 180 degrees to 360 degrees, the liquid inside cylinder is compressed due to force exerted by cylinder. Hence, pressure inside cylinder increases. The high pressure opens delivery valve and closes suction valves, and liquid is discharged into delivery pipe. In one revolution of crank, one cycle is completed and volume of the liquid discharged is equal to swept volume of piston. Discharge is equal to swept volume is equal to AP into L. AP is equal to piston area. L is equal to stroke length. L is equal to 2R. The distance traveled by piston is given by xp is equal to R plus L plus LR minus R cos theta plus L cos phi plus LR is equal to R into 1 minus cos theta plus L into 1 minus cos phi. Rp is equal to R into 1 minus cos theta, phi is small, so 1 minus cos phi is equal to 0. Velocity of piston is given by Vp is equal to dxp by dt is equal to dr by dt into 1 minus cos theta. So r sin theta into d theta by dt. Vp is equal, therefore Vp is equal to r omega sin theta. In the above equation shows that piston speed is variable and it can be approximated by simple harmonic motion. Due to variable piston speed, velocity in suction pipe as well as in delivery pipe changes continuously. Velocity in suction pipe can be obtained using continuity equation. As into Vs is equal to Ap into Vp. Vs is equal to AP by S into VP. Vs is equal to AP by S into R omega sin theta. Vs 2 by 0 to 2 pi, it will be like this. Vd pi to 2 pi, it will be like this. Similarly, velocity in delivery pipe Vd is given by AD. Vd is equal to AP Vp. AD is equal to AP by AL into R omega sin theta. Theta changes from 180 degrees to 360 degrees in delivery pipe. Above graph shows that discharge in suction as well as in delivery pipe is intermittent and variable. Note, in equation of Vd 180 degrees should be subtracted from crank angle so that Vd is positive. Discharge through reciprocating pump Q theoretical is equal to volume of liquid per cycle, volume of liquid lifted per cycle into number of cycles per second. Q theoretical is equal to APL into N by 60. The actual discharge is less than theoretical discharge because sum of liquid dips through the gap between piston and cylinder during delivery stroke. The difference between theoretical and actual discharge is known as slip. The percentage slip is given by S is equal to Q theoretical minus Q by Q theoretical into 100. The ratio of actual and theoretical discharge is called quotient of discharge. CD is equal to Q actual by Q theoretical. S is equal to 1 minus CD by 1 minus CD into 100. Double acting reciprocating pump. We, in double acting reciprocating pump, pumping action takes place on both sides of pump. When suction stroke is going on one side, delivery stroke will be going on the other side. In this way, discharge will be continuously delivered by double acting reciprocating pump throughout the cycle. Vs Vd 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi. Okay, for double acting reciprocating pump, Q theoretical is equal to AP Ln by 60 plus AP minus AR into Ln by 60. Q theoretical is equal to 2 AP minus AR into Ln by 60. Indicator diagram for reciprocating pump. Indicator diagram indicates variation of pressure head inside the cylinder with respect to piston displacement. The pressure inside cylinder changes due to three effects: gravity, pressure decrease in upward direction due to gravity, and decreasing pressure is directly proportional to elevation difference. Friction, pressure decrease in direction of flow due to friction between fluid and pipe surface. The decrease in pressure is directly proportional to head loss due to friction. Acceleration of fluid in pipe. The fluid in suction as well as delivery pipe has acceleration due to variable piston speed. Therefore, liquid in pipe experience inertia force in opposite direction of acceleration. The pressure decreases in direction of acceleration due to inertia force. The decrease in pressure is directly proportional to acceleration head. HA. Ideal indicator diagram. The ideal indicator diagram is observed if the effect of friction and acceleration is ignored. HM XP is equal to 0, HS HE H atmosphere is XP is equal to L. It will be like this. In suction stroke, pressure head inside cylinder is less than Z atmosphere by less than P atmosphere by Hs. Throughout the suction stroke, pressure remains same because Hs is constant. HS is constant. At the end of at end of stroke, suction valve closes and delivery valve opens. The high pressure liquid comes into contact with cylinder, hence higher pressure in cylinder suddenly increases suddenly. The increase in pressure is head is HD. Throughout the delivery stroke, pressure inside cylinder remains HD is constant. At the end of delivery stroke, delivery valve closes and suction valve opens and cycle repeats. The theoretical pumping power is given by P theoretical is equal to rho Q theoretical G into HS plus HD is equal to rho G into AP lns by 60 into HS plus HD. P theoretical is equal to L into HS plus HD. P theoretical directly proportional to area of indicator diagram. Effect of friction on indicator diagram. H XP HS plus HD HFDM parabola HFSM parabola. HFS is equal to FLS Vs square is equal to FLS by 2 GDS into AP by AS R omega sin theta whole square is equal to K sin square theta into 1 minus sin square theta. HFS is equal to K into 1 minus 1 minus XP by R whole square. XP is equal to 1 minus R into 1 minus cos theta. HFSM is equal to friction head in suction pipe max. HPS varies parabolically with HFS varies parabolically with XP. HFD is similarly HFD is equal to FLD into AP by AD R omega sin theta whole square by 2G DD. Due to effect of pipe friction, area of indicator diagram increases. The increase in area indicates pumping power lost to overcome piping friction. Area of parabola is equal to 2 by third of rectangle which inscribes the parabola. Hence, area of indicator diagram is given as area is equal to HS plus HD into L plus 2L by 3 into HFSM plus 2L by 3 into HFDM is equal to L into HS plus HD plus 2 by 3 HFSM plus 2 by 3 HFDM. Effective head lost in friction. These two terms is effective head lost in friction. Pressure in direction of flow decreases due to friction. Due to suction, pressure near cylinder reduces. Due to discharge, pressure near cylinder is more and more power required to overcome frictional head loss. Effect of acceleration on indicator diagram. Delivery stroke, suction stroke. Diagram first of piston accelerates, second of piston decelerates. In first half, piston accelerates, hence liquid in suction. Inertia force acting on liquid in suction pipe will be downward. This inertia force assists gravitational force, hence pressure in cylinder further decreases. In second half, pressure decelerates, effect will be opposite. Acceleration head in suction pipe is given by HAS is equal to MS AS by S into rho G. Finally, LS by G into AS. Ls by G into d by dt of AP by S R omega sin theta. Finally, HS is equal to Ls by Lg into AP by S into R omega square cos theta. HAD is equal to Lj by G into AP by R omega square into cos theta. HAHL parallelogram. HASM HATM. Due to acceleration head, pumping power doesn't change, area remains constant. Actual indicator diagram is obtained by superposition of frictional effect and acceleration effect on ideal indicator diagram. In typical application, the maximum value of acceleration head is generally higher than maximum value of friction head, hence minimum pressure in cycle at start of a suction stroke and maximum pressure in cycle is present at start of delivery stroke. Minimum pressure start of suction, maximum pressure at start of delivery stroke. Actual pumping power is given by P is equal to rho G Q by eta O into HS plus HD plus 2 by 3 HFSM plus 2 by 3 HFDM. The overall efficiency considers hydraulic losses inside the pump and mechanical losses such as bearing friction and friction between cylinder, piston and cylinder. Negative slip in reciprocating pump. Sometimes discharge delivered by reciprocating pump can be higher than a theoretical discharge, causing negative slip. The negative slip is present due to high inertia force. The second half of suction stroke piston decelerates, hence inertia force on liquid in suction pipe is will be upward if inertia force is high enough, then it can open delivery valve before compression of suction stroke, and some of liquid is transferred into delivery pipe even below the start of delivery stroke. Hence actual discharge greater than theoretical discharge. The chance of negative slip is high when acceleration head is high and or resistance to open delivery is low. Air vessels in reciprocating pump. These two are air vessels, flexible rubber bladders. Air vessels. These two are air vessels. VS 2 pi. Without air vessel, it will be like this. VS with air vessel, it will be like this. Pi to 2 pi VD. Air vessel is used to maintain constant discharge in suction as well as delivery pipe. Before the air vessel on suction and side, and after the air vessel on delivery side, and the velocity nearly remains constant, equal to average velocity. Air vessel consists of flexible rubber bladder consisting filled with air. They can compress or expand depending upon pressure at inlet of air vessel. Air vessel act like a temporary storage for the liquid. When discharge supplied by pump is more than average, then excess discharge will be stopped on air vessel on delivery side. When discharge supplied by pump falls below average delivery, then liquid stored in air vessel in delivery side is transferred to delivery pipe. Similar function is performed by air vessel on suction head. This is indicated diagram of reciprocating pump filled with air vessels on both sides. HXV, HS, HD, HFDA above, friction head loss in air vessel, HFSA below, H atmosphere. HFSA is equal to FLS VSA square by 2GDS. VSA is equal to Q by AA. HFDA is equal to FLA VDS ASD square by 2GDA. EDA is equal to Q by AD. Air vessels have following effects on performance of reciprocating pump. It maintains constant discharge in pipe as velocity remains constant in both pipes. Acceleration head is eliminated, hence chance of cavitation is minimized. The frictional head remains constant, and it should be calculated based on average velocity. It can be shown that friction power loss is also reduced by use of air vessel. AR by AP is equal to 0.152. This is AP, HFDM, HFDA. Miscellaneous hydraulic devices. Hydraulic lift is a device which is used to increase force by applying smaller force at some other location. It works on Pascal's law. As per Pascal's law, pressure change is transmitted equally in all directions. P1 is equal to P2, F by A is equal to W by capital A, F is equal to A by A into W, A less than A capital A, F less than W. Hydraulic intensifier. Low pressure, this high pressure. Hydraulic intensifier is a device which is used to increase pressure from free body diagram of double piston. The force transmitted must be same. F1 is equal to F2, P1A is equal to P2A, P2 is equal to A by A into P1. A greater than A, P2 greater than P1. Hydraulic actuator, hydraulic accumulator, dead weight, L input output, one way valve. Hydraulic actuator is a device which is used to store hydraulic energy. If liquid supplied by source has low discharge than requirement, then in such cases hydraulic actuator accumulates Accumulators are used to store hydraulic energy. The energy is stored in the form of PE of dead weight. Some accumulators can store energy in the form of spring energy. Dead weight can be raised due to pressure exerted by fluid from the source. Whenever high discharge is required, the liquid can be taken by opening exit valve. Capacity of accumulator is given by capacity is equal to mgh is equal to w into l is equal to pal is equal to pv. L storage length, v storage volume of accumulator. Hydraulic ram or ram pumps, source, waste valve, air vessel, ram chamber, destination m.k. Hydraulic ram is a device which sends water from lower elevation to higher elevation without consumption of any mechanical work. PE of small mass of liquid is increased at expense of loss of PE of large mass of water. At the beginning of cycle, delivery valve is closed due to high pressure exerted by air vessel, and waste valve is opened. Water starts going out through waste valve. As discharge through waste valve increases, drag force exerted by flowing water also increases. At one point, waste valve is closed, hence water hammer effect takes place in supply pipeline. The pressure inside ram chamber is suddenly increased due to water hammer, hence delivery valve opens and small quantity of liquid is transferred to destination. When pressure in ram chamber falls, delivery is closed, one waste valve is opened, the cycle repeats. Cycle repeats. DMSN efficiency eta is equal to rho qg capital H by rho qg small h. Eta is equal to small q capital H by q h. Reference is ram pump. Reference Rankine efficiency eta is equal to rho g q into capital H minus small h by rho g capital Q minus q into small h. Eta is equal to q into capital H minus small h by capital Q minus small q into small h. Reference is source.